What's up, guys? My name is AnthonyAmorim, and today I'm going to talk about how pop music is dying. Obviously, I don't mean that all pop music is dying. We still have a lot of really good pop artists out there who are making original content. But recently I found that a lot of the music that plays on the radio has a striking resemblance to other songs that have played on the radio in the past couple of years. And today I'm going to give you a couple examples of what I'm talking about. First, we're going to talk about who I find to be the main offenders of the unoriginality in pop music, the Chainsmokers. Even though I like some of the Chainsmokers music, like Don't Let Me Down and Roses, their more recent hits have been just very, very unoriginal, and I'm going to show you what I mean. So this is their new song, Something Just Like This, that they just dropped with Coldplay. Pretty basic chord structure for any song, but when you listen to Closer, their last huge hit, it sounds exactly the same. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but when I listen to those two songs, they use the same chord structure just in a different key, but they definitely do kind of sound the same. And then when you get to the drop of Something Just Like This, and then you get to the drop in their other hit song, Roses, Just to give you a little bit of perspective, I'm gonna sing the Roses lines over the Something Just Like This drop. They literally recycled the drop from one of their biggest hits for their new hit, because stick with what you know, I guess. That just really bothers me. Like, I guess they came up with something original for Roses and something kind of original for Closer, and then they were just like, hey, we're gonna make a new song with Coldplay, why don't we make it exactly the same as all of our other songs? And then for their song Closer, they actually had a lawsuit from The Fray because their song, the drop in Closer, sounds exactly like one of the parts in Over My Head by The Fray. So that was Closer, and then here is Over My Head by The Fray. It got to a point where the resemblance was so striking that the Chainsmokers literally credited The Fray as songwriters for Closer because they just wanted to avoid getting sued over it. I don't necessarily have a problem with the Chainsmokers. I just think it's unfair that they're kind of just taking other ideas from other artists and also just recycling ideas that they came up with themselves and selling it back to the public and being like, hey, here's our music now. Alright, moving on from the Chainsmokers, I'm gonna talk about the song Say You Won't Let Go by James Arthur. I'm assuming most people know this song. It's been pretty popular. I've been hearing it a lot on the radio lately. This was something I heard as soon as I heard this song. I knew the resemblance. I'm gonna play you Say You Won't Let Go, and I'm gonna see if you can recognize it. Okay, so right off the bat, it sounds like a pretty basic pop acoustic song. Okay, so that was Say You Won't Let Go, and here's The Man Who Can't Be Moved by The Script.
Going back to the corner where I first saw you. Gonna camp in my sleeping bag, I'm not gonna move.
This is another one that not everybody can hear, but as soon as I heard Say You Won't Let Go, I immediately thought about The Man Who Can't Be Moved by The Script. And I think they just have like a very, very similar melody and kind of the same instrumental. Like, you could play the vocal track from either of these songs over the instrumental track of the other, and I think you would get like a perfectly fine matching song. I just think it's really unfair that people are taking other people's music and other people's ideas and just selling it back to the public as like their own. Next, we're gonna talk about a much newer song, It Ain't Me by Kygo and Selena Gomez. So here's the intro of that song. And here's 3 Empty Words from Shawn Mendes' newest album, Illuminate. That could just be a coincidence, but to me they sound pretty much exactly the same. And 3 Empty Words wasn't really a huge radio smash anyway, so I don't know. As soon as I heard It Ain't Me, I was like, oh, that sounds exactly like the Shawn Mendes song. And then finally, for Macy's sake, we're gonna talk about one of the biggest offenders in just copying other people's songs and using them in a pop song, One Direction. One Direction has a tendency to take older songs that people kind of forgot about and put them into their newer songs. My first example is What Makes You Beautiful.
You're insecure.
Obviously a very recognizable hook, and also just very catchy, pretty standard pop stuff. And then here is Summer Nights from Grease. You're insecure, don't know what for. You're turning heads when you walk through the door. That's pretty damn deliberate, but I know a lot of people didn't really pick up on the fact that What Makes You Beautiful sounds exactly like Summer Nights. My next example is Best Song Ever. And then here is Baba O'Reilly by The Who. There's really no explanation for that. Like that is directly kind of a rip-off of that song. And it's one thing to like take from a band or an older band and like kind of sample it, but that's literally The Who's most popular song. Like if they didn't expect people to pick up on that, and actually most of their young fan base didn't pick up on that just because most of their fan base is young and they don't know who The Who are. Obviously all music is subjective, and maybe there were some deals where they allowed each other to sample the songs, and I didn't know about that, but I've just been noticing a lot of things in pop music recently, and I thought I'd make a video about it. Thank you very much for watching. If you like my videos, you can subscribe to me down below, and you can check out all my other social medias. Make sure to subscribe to Macy's channel for behind the scenes for this video and all my other videos. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I love you all.